The year is 2019. Tom Brady, Bill Belichick, and the Patriots just raised the Lombardi Trophy for the sixth time since 2002. Brady and Belichick are considered the greatest of all time at their respective positions. Patriots Nation is as happy as they've been for the last 2 decades, and it doesn't look like the train will ever stop. But NFL enthusiasts know that you can't dominate forever in this league, and eventually, people will start to catch up. But if you told that same fan base that their beloved Patriots would be 5 through Week 6 of the 2023 NFL season, they might have passed out on the spot. So how did one of the most powerful dynasties in the NFL find themselves in a position where they are the laughingstock of the NFL, with people calling for the head of the 6-time Super Bowl champion head coach? Let's find out. The speculation began as soon as Tom Brady packed his bags and headed down to Tampa Bay. Was the Patriots' success built on the shoulders of Brady or Belichick, or a combination of both? The Patriots didn't waste any time drafting the new face of the offense and took quarterback Mac Jones from Alabama with the 15th overall pick of the 2021 NFL Draft.
World champion New England Patriots select Mac Jones.
While Brady went on to win a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers in his first year with the team, the Patriots went 10-7. They lost in the wild card round to the Buffalo Bills, solidifying some people's opinions that it was more Brady than Belichick. To defend Belichick, Brady has his pick from the litter of what team to go to. Would there have been a team to turn away the GOAT? Other than the Chiefs with Mahomes, I would bet 90% of the teams would have jumped at the opportunity to have such a big leader in their locker room. So because of this, Brady had the option of picking the Bucs with plenty of weapons on offense and a loaded defense. He was able to jump right in and propel the team to the levels they should have been playing at. Meanwhile, Belichick was left to compete with a meddling roster that leaned towards the older side with a rookie quarterback. I would say the situation greatly favored Brady. As the years go on and we move further away from the breakup between Brady and Belichick, the excuses run out. Since the 2021 season, Mac Jones has seemed to regress, and he doesn't look like the same player we saw as a rookie. The defense, Belichick's bread and butter and usually the strength of the Patriots teams, looks slow and disorganized. As each season has passed, the Patriots have become less and less competitive, and weeks 4 and 5 in the 2023 season brought the worst defeats in Belichick's history, with the team in a combined score of 72-3. That's almost unheard of when it comes to a Belichick-coached team, so where have they gone wrong? Let's start with the draft history. Belichick is known for trading down to acquire more later picks and uses this strategy almost every year. There have been some head-scratching picks. Wide receiver from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry, was taken over players like DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, and A.J. Brown. Offensive lineman Cole Strange, who was projected to be taken in later rounds, was taken 29th overall and has struggled to stay healthy in his small seasons with the team. You could argue that the last notable pick for the Patriots was tight end Rob Gronkowski in 2010, almost 13 years ago. For a team that looked very slow and inept, Belichick spent early draft picks on defensive players, a kicker, and a punter. That kicker is barely scrapping 50% on his kicks this year. Belichick may be one of the world's greatest football minds, but drafting is his kryptonite. If the Patriots want to see a successful culture starting to be rebuilt, they need to get someone else in charge of the war room on draft day. A lot of blame has fallen squarely on the shoulders of Mac Jones. But when you look a little closer at the situation, you realize it may not all be Jones's fault. He looked impressive during his rookie campaign, throwing for 3,800 yards with a 67% completion rate and 22 touchdowns to 13 interceptions. He was even named to the Pro Bowl. Fans expected to see an improvement from year 1 to year 2 and were disappointed when they saw a massive decline. Offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels took the head coaching job for the Las Vegas Raiders, and Belichick promoted Matt Patricia and Joe Judge to run the Patriots offense. One problem is that neither Patricia nor Judge had any experience running an offense. Patricia spent years as the Patriots' defensive coordinator, and Judge ran the special teams. This was quite a puzzling move, and the play on the field reflected this as Mac and the offense took a massive step back. In his third year, the Patriots brought in Bill O'Brien as the offensive coordinator, which would definitely be an upgrade from the previous staff, but the damage might already be done. 3 different offensive coordinators for 3 years in the league doesn't do great for a young quarterback's development. The offensive weapons don't exactly pop off the screen in New England, and Belichick doesn't have Brady under center to make 6th-rounders look like all-pro players. The receivers in New England rank at the bottom for their ability to separate from the defense, which makes the quarterback's job much harder. Despite spending so many top picks on tackles and guards, the offensive line has struggled to play as a cohesive unit, especially in 2023, where the injury report has featured some of the Patriots' top offensive linemen week in and week out. The Patriots are the last team to not crack the 20-point mark in a single game. The Boston Red Sox have scored more points in October than the Patriots have. It's not a great look to be outscored by a baseball team. Now that the defense appears to be slipping, the team is falling apart. But as a defensive unit, how can you continue to play with heart when your offense averages 11 points per game? The games always appear to be closer than they are in the first 2-3 quarters because of the defense's ability to slow down the opponents. Still, a defense is demoralizing when consistent stops are not flipped into points. On top of everything already happening, injuries started to destroy the only good aspect of this team. Edge rusher and team sack leader Matt Judon tore his bicep and will be out indefinitely. Rookie cornerback Christian Gonzalez was putting himself in a position to be in the conversation of Rookie of the Year until a shoulder injury placed him squarely on the IR. Gonzalez joins Jonathan Jones, Jack Jones, and Marcus Jones on the list of cornerbacks dealing with injuries on the Patriots. Keon White and Josh Uche are promising players who are also dealing with minor injuries. With so many people having to jump into positions that they weren't necessarily, and the coaching staff scrambling to find new schemes that will fit out players, it's no surprise the defensive unit hasn't performed up to expectations. So is it fair to hold this organization to such high standards after dominating the league for 2 decades? You would think after 6 Super Bowl championships, fans would have some grace during a couple of rough seasons. But that's not how fandom works, especially for the diehards in Boston. Some will argue that having a bottom 5 record in the league is better for long-term success than a 6-7 win season that will land you in no man's land for the draft. Wouldn't you rather have a top 5 pick to try and get generational talent? But the tanking life isn't built for everyone, and for a franchise that has averaged about 8-10 wins a year, the fans have gotten used to that. Fans should look on the bright side, keep losing, and come May for the draft, things will be much more exciting. The finger could be pointed at many places. The quarterback, the offense, the coaching, the schemes, etc. But the harsh reality is the Patriots are just not the gold standard anymore. Everyone knew making the AFC Championship every other year was unsustainable and would eventually end. Give them time. Like every other team, they will build through the draft and free agency and try to retain some of that glory. The sky may be falling in Boston, but it's just another day in Chicago. Now that's the end of this video, guys. If you enjoy our topic today, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We are more inspired to create content if you do.